Thank you. Welcome to the Burrillville School Committee regular meeting, August 8th, 2017, 6:30 p.m., Burrillville High School Media Center, 425 East Avenue, Harrisville, Rhode Island. Members present, all. Dr. Pilata will be excused this evening. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2, recognition. Having none this evening, item 3, consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes the approval of minutes of the regular meeting dated July 18th, 2017, the 2017-18 school warrant number 1 for the month of July dated August 8th, 2017, for a grand total expenditure of $1,867,106.77, and to award the bid for the purchase of 550 HP 11G 5 Chromebooks to CDW-G at $195.50 per computer for a grand total of $107,525, and to award the bid for Foss Elementary Science Kits 3-year lease and middle school purchase of science kits to Delta Education of Nashua, New Hampshire, in the amount of $52,046.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Next item, presentations by the public to the school committee. Having none this evening, item 5, public comment. Having none this evening, item 6, personnel, appointments, leaves of absence, retirements, resignations.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the leave of absence of Nicole Gilson, grade 4, teacher at William L. Callahan, extension of her leave of absence from 10/18/17 to 10/30/17.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I'd also like to make a motion for resignations, to approve the resignation of Stephen Muccino, Social Studies, Burrillville Middle School, effective July 27th, 2017. Kristen Boulay, Teacher Assistant at Burrillville High School, effective August 1st, 2017. And Kelsey Vanes, Technology, Health Teacher at A.T. Levy, Stair Farm Elementary, and W.L. Callahan, effective immediately.
Second.
Motion to second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll make, Mr. Chair, also make a motion to approve the appointments of Lauren Goslin, Teacher Assistant, Burrillville Middle School, effective 8/23/17, Step 1 of the AFSCME contract, and the rest, Sue Shields, Caitlin Bartholomew, and Robert Jeff LaRoche, all, I'm sorry, I got to do them all at once. Sue Shields, Teacher Assistant, Burrillville Middle School, effective 8/23/17, Step 1 of AFSCME contract. Caitlin Bartholomew, Teacher Assistant, Burrillville High School, effective 8/23/17, Step 1 of AFSCME contract. Robert Jeff LaRoche, Assistant Production Leader for the Burrillville Youth Nutrition Services, effective 8/23/17, Step 1 AFSCME contract. And Caitlin Ross, Physics Teacher at Burrillville High School, effective 8/30/17 for 1 year only. And the appointment of David Sheehan, Social Studies, grade 8, effective 8/30/17.
Second.
Motion to second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I also make a recommendation to approve the athletic appointments for 2017-18 to Eric Tupper, Assistant Athletic Director, $2,000, and Zeb Lopes, Girls soccer head coach, Burrillville Middle School, $1,430 plus $100 longevity.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item, old business. Having none this evening. Item 8, Superintendent's Report. The only thing we have under Superintendent's Report is the enrollment update. Everyone has a copy of that in their packet. And I don't think we need to vote on that. Item 9, Administrators' Reports.
There's no reports? from
None for the
July.
summer,
There
right?
are no reports this summer. Item 10, Reports of School Committee Subcommittees. Having none. Item 11, Correspondence Communications. All right, I'll get started with, the first thing is, I would like to commend our Teachers Association for an ad that they placed in the Bargain Buyer. And it was in this week's Bargain Buyer. I think it's great. It's the Burrillville Teacher Association. We make a difference. The Burrillville Teachers Association stands ready to work with the administration on educating students and parents on the dangers of sexting and social media and on the importance of making decisions that respect themselves and others. Please help us protect your children. So I think that was
Good.
great that
Very good.
they took the lead on that. Next item that I have is communication from Ben Scungio, BRCSM Attorneys at Law. You know, he's our attorney. Three of his attorneys out of his office are leaving and forming a new law firm. They're leaving with his blessing, and he just wants to let us know that his handling of our legal needs is highly valued, and his relationship with us, and we don't plan on that changing. He's under contract with us. So just wanted to inform the committee on that. The next item I have is some communications from the Levy Rink. We did receive the letters that were requested at our regular meeting on June 13th. We received a letter from the Harrisville Fire District, Nichols College, and the Board of Administration. And those were items that we had requested that the director to get. So I think I'd like to recommend that Mr. Lacy update the school committee at our September meeting relative to any additional or revised bids he has. As you remember, he said that the bids came in very high, so he was going to take another path to try to get more acceptable bids. So I would like to ask him to come and update the committee at our September meeting, and if he has update on any funding sources or comments he may have, and also that we should probably place this item on pending issues, because it's something that we should probably discuss until we get to a point where it needs no more discussion. So I think I'll take a motion only to place it on pending issues.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
Approved.
Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I
That's
have, Mr. Chair, I have a request. The correspondence that was requested, could the committee receive a copy of that in our next packet?
Oh, you mean these correspondences?
Yes,
The letters from the fire department and
The
stuff,
fire
and the
department?
administration.
Right, so, yeah, let's have that in the packet, the Friday packet before the meeting.
I'm sorry, which Friday packet?
The Friday packet before our September regular meeting,
Thank you.
so they can review this before Chris
Got it.
comes. Great. Does anyone else have correspondence communications? Okay, we'll move on. Item 12, new business. approve home school applications.
Motion to approve?
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I just had a quick question I neglected to point out earlier. There's a student listed with the same name twice. I don't know if that's the same student, just, yeah.
It's a typographical error. We noticed that.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, I assumed that was the case, but just curious, that's all. Thanks.
So I don't think we need an amended motion for that.
No.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that too, but I already talked to.
Oh, you did?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item, approve bus routes.
Motion to approve?
Second?
The police department has checked these out, I'm sure. Usually they do.
I would assume Robin reviews them.
Received a copy as
Oh.
of yet, but I will make sure that they receive it.
Okay, thank you.
And they would let us know if there were any issues.
Okay.
I have a
Thank you.
motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I didn't catch the second.
Who was the second down there?
Alex.
Any discussion on
I
that?
just have a question. Is that, because I've seen a lot of school buses last year with maybe half full, I'm wondering, is this, has someone looked at this as far as efficiency goes? Time, in respect to time and distance and bus
Yes,
fullness?
the bus company is aware, and they do efficiency testings, and they have a software that tells them how many students. Usually when you see a bus that's half full, it may be a middle school, high school bus, so, and that's because of the ridership.
From our point of view, it's half empty.
What?
Full.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Next item, approve fiscal year 2018 budget appropriation.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item, fundraising request, John Abadi.
Motion to approve Mr. Abadi's request to do a fundraising using advertising from our local businesses, et cetera.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I just had a quick question. I noticed that, John, you mentioned that North Smithfield does that. Usually does that?
There's several high schools throughout the state that do it. I
Okay.
just look at the ones locally, I know North Smithfield has them on the inside of their new football track.
Right, right.
Facility.
Okay,
Pontiganson might have some, Smithfield might have some.
okay,
There's several schools that do that.
okay. I just was curious, because
Yeah.
I didn't know how they handle things like vandalism or, you know, fortunately that does happen. I don't know how they handle it, if they had a policy on that. I mean,
John handles vandalism.
you know? Yeah, John handles it discipline. Okay.
Scrubs it off.
Okay, I have not a problem with it.
And the policy does allow for what he's proposing. so.
Yeah.
One more question. Will you be putting it anywhere else, like any of the other fields? This is just soccer field.
I mentioned the soccer field only because that, people driving out would see that
More
on
visible,
their
yeah.
entire way out. The other nice place is where the football field is on the black fence. As you come and turn onto the property, you see that, that's probably the first thing that you see.
Yeah.
So it may come down to a bidding process. Who wants to pay more to get on the black fence, or who wants to pay along the side? I don't know. This is in the early stages, and there's still a lot of people that I'm talking to. I want to do it right.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that I talk to everybody and get everybody's input, and to even examine exactly where we would put them at first. So, could it happen at other fields? Yeah. Yeah, I could see some maybe, actually the only other field that we have would be Eccleston. I don't know if I want to put anything on that real nice backstop right
Yeah.
now, because that hinders, maybe if we went up high with some small ones.
I think we'd also need approval from the administration.
Board of Administration, yeah.
I mean, if we fill up this area, and it'd be a nice problem to see if we could put some there. But I think that's something down the road, but it's certainly possible.
One fence at a time?
Climb that fence when you get there.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, just a question about types of advertising. Most of the businesses in town, I think, we're comfortable with, but in some cases, there might be some that might not be consistent with a school message. You know, would there be discretion, and how would that be handled? You know,
Liquor stores, bar rooms are out.
yeah, that's the kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
But a place like Crystal Lake Golf Course and Tavern,
Mm-hmm.
that's a family environment.
Yeah.
And you can bring your family there, so that would be the Westin Hotel. That's, you know, that's a family gathering place. But as far as bar rooms and liquor stores,
Yeah,
you know, and if ever the marijuana things come around.
They're out.
thank you.
Thank you, John.
Any other questions?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item, committee on agenda items. Hearing none. Pending issues. Field house renovation dedication. We'll discuss that at our next meeting. Because by then, I think the field house will be done. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that then. Staff appreciation night. We discussed that last month briefly with Dr. Pilata.
I think that can be removed.
Yeah, we're gonna do a certificate in June, so.
Okay, so I'll take a motion to that
So
effect.
moved.
Second?
A motion and a second to remove staff appreciation night from pending issues. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the next item is school bus employees appreciation.
Hoping to be able to do it this year. Couldn't do it last year.
Is this another one we want to remove, or we want to keep this one?
But we didn't actually do anything yet for them, right? I mean, I think
No,
he
we
still has it
haven't,
in his,
so
Yeah,
we're
he's still working on
yeah, I
that.
think he's
trying
still
to-
working on it.
So this one's going to remain?
I get a
So-
good time,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, item 15.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion, one second.
I didn't put my hand
Discussion.
in quick enough, and I don't know if I'm even able to speak on it. Back to the field house renovation dedication,
Yes,
if I can make a comment.
yes.
When the project began this summer and things were delayed, I had in the back of my mind that if this happens, the renovation of this field house, we're not gonna get the football team in there until mid to late September. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what are we gonna do for a full month with 60 kids and all their equipment on a daily basis? But I gotta thank Mr. Robinson, that's not gonna happen. That is definitely not going to happen. Bill has done an outstanding job of overseeing this entire project. And Chris Lacy and Alan and the maintenance guys that have been there, that's the reason we're gonna be 4 days late in opening up. If it weren't for those people, especially Chris Lacy getting all the lockers up to painting, overseeing the whole thing inside, we wouldn't be having the kids in it come Monday. It just would not happen. And if you get a chance to stop by and look at it, do yourself a favor. It is absolutely beautiful. From the floor to the ceiling, it's beautiful. If you've been in prior to the renovation, you're gonna be walking into an entirely new building. Entirely, Mr. Tessier, you would certainly appreciate it.
That's why I'm laughing right now. That's,
Maybe other people would
probably hasn't
as well,
changed as I was in
I'm
it.
not sure. But I mean, the job that they have
Till
done,
now.
and the leadership of Chris as far as getting it done inside, there's no way we'd be, football starts, believe it or not, Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're just gonna give them their helmets, they're gonna practice, and they're gonna take their helmets home. But then come Monday, if all goes accordingly, right, Bill? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Come Monday, the kids should be in there completely, showers and everything ready to go. But I just couldn't let the evening go without thanking Bill, Chris Lacy,
Good.
Alan from the rink. They have just been phenomenal. I mean, we wouldn't wouldn't be where we are right now without that.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
very much.
Appreciate that, John.
Excellent.
Big hand of applause.
You have to clap for yourself.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice quick one today.